Hey, welcome back to the channel, Push Rodders. So, just a quick short video. We're going to be, it's not going to be overly exciting, but it might help some of you guys out. Now, we need to press some bearings into this idler pulley. Now, stupid me, I didn't check the brand new one straight out of the box. I just shoved it on there and got, yep, it's cool. And of course, no, it's not cool because there is a height difference. So that one will go in the, unfortunately, because it's used, I can't take it back and get warranty and, or exchange, all that sort of crap. So I'll just put that in the part stash for another job, another day. So what I've done is I've gone down to my local bearing place, $10 for 2 new bearings. And we're just going to press it into the old pulley. The old pulley's not really worn at all, so we're going to reuse it. Now there's plenty of different ways to, well, press in bearings. We can go the old hammer out and punch, and a bit of steel plate, or an old socket. Hammer on the old socket. If you're lucky enough to have a hydraulic press, or a friend, or who knows, you might even be able to go to one of the local mechanics and just say, hey, can you press this in, and just chuck them a $20 note or something like that. What we're going to do is we're going to use our bench vise. Got a little bit of old exhaust pipe, a bit of offcut. We're going to sit it over like so, and then we will put our socket, which is roughly the right size to push through, and we'll put in our bench vise, and we'll just slowly wind our bench vise in. So what we're going to do first of all is we'll just get the old hammer and an old socket, and we'll belt these bearings out, and then we'll use our bench vise to press it in. That is tighter than tight. Before I make the second mistake, better quickly match these up. See if they're going to work. And no, they're not. Great. So I'm just checking for any burrs or anything like that. Just making sure the bearing goes in straight. Now I've just got another bearing. One of the old bearings is like a bit of a pressing tool. Hopefully, there we go. It also helps just every now and again, just to check it regularly, make sure it's going in straight, and all that sort of stuff. Just saves you getting into a real bind. Oh, it's tight. Fortunately, my poor old bolt handle's not liking it. As you can probably see, we're getting there. Okay, so we're called in for the stunt vise, and not too far away now. We'll get our socket. Should be able to push it in the rest of the way. Yes, I know I've got to mount vices and all this sort of thing, but at the moment it's on the to-do list. Excellent, it's seated. What I mean by seated is it's all the way in. That's the first bearing and the second bearing. Just every now and again when you do press bearings in, just give them a quick just release all the pressure from whatever apparatus you're using, especially if you're using hammers, because they shock the bearing quite badly. Just give it a quick little spin just to make sure everything's nice and free. Another thing too that I want to mention is when you're pressing on bearings, get something that presses on the outer race of the bearings. So find yourself a socket of the right size, bit of pipe, whatever it may be. So that's, one method or removing and replacing bearings in the likes of a little idler pulley like this with only just very basic tools. You don't need a hydraulic press and all the specialty tools under the sun and all that sort of stuff. Just make do with what you've got. And for a lot of small jobs like this, bench vise, sockets, offcuts of tubing pipe, flat bar, blocks of wood, a decent drift and a hammer. Just take your time. And as you saw, it took a little bit of going because you're pressing two bearings into the one pulley here, but it gets the job done. It definitely got me out of the poop, and it'll probably get you out of the poop too. So, look, hope you got something out of that. What are you waiting for? Go and get your hands dirty. We'll see you next video.